In this episode, I'm reviewing American Horror Story Season 5, Hotel. Now, American Horror Story Season 5 premiered October 7th, 2015 and concluded on January 13th, 2016. Now, this season consisted of 12 episodes and it was set in 2015 and takes place at the Hotel Cortez in Los Angeles, California, with strange things happening in that hotel. For basically, it's a haunted hotel. Now, basically, the premise of this backstory was that it was inspired by the Cecil Hotel in California. Now, if you don't know the backstory behind the Cecil Hotel in California, do some research and you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, this season centers around John Lowe, played by Wes Bentley, who is a detective trying to find the disappearance of his young child. Now, all the while, he goes into these crazy things happening at this hotel. And this hotel is run by the Countess, and of course the Countess in her American Horror Story season debut is played by Lady Gaga. Now, the backstory is this, that we don't know what she is, but we can tell that she's a vampire, so to speak. She likes blood, she likes sex, she likes crazy things happening. I wasn't a fan of Lady Gaga being in this season. Didn't work for me, it didn't work out as well. Anytime she was not on screen, it actually made the season much better. Of course, over the course of the 12 episodes, we find out the history of this hotel. We find out that Evan Peters, who plays James Patrick March in this, is the one who created the hotel, and with that he created certain doorways and things and certain secret hiding spots, and he basically killed people in this hotel. And this season is connected to many seasons before this, or technically it's connected to Coven. We see that Gabrielle Sidibe from the American Horror Story Coven season, her character is in this, and it just goes to show that anything's possible. Now, the interesting thing about this is that we see Angela Bassett in this season as well. Kathy Bates is a prominent character in this role that she plays, as she plays Iris, the character of Donovan and his mother. And of course, the one that stands out the most in this is Dennis O'Hare as Elizabeth Taylor, or Elizabeth, so to speak. It's really good, and after a while, the first 5 episodes were good, but this is where American Horror Story really loses its focus. Anything from season 5 on, so from what I mean is season 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, anything after episode 5, the show tries to push things too fast and too forward, meaning that they try to push all the story together just to close out each character's story before the season finale. You know exactly what I mean if you've seen seasons 5 through 9. They rush everything and everything is good. Episodes 1 through 4 are really great. The pacing is always good. It sets up the story, sets up the characters, because it does take close to 4 to 5 episodes to actually introduce all these characters and their backstories. Now, episodes 5 and 6 are always, that big wow, holy shit moments. And from then on, it just goes up and up. But then they pack everything into certain episodes that is just too much to handle. Now, not only is this season interesting, I did like how we had the round table of the serial killers in this, and James March holds dinners here and there every now and then with Richard Ramirez and a couple other serial killers that you might know if you've read about them or read books about them or heard of them. So it's really interesting. But like I said, the only thing that puts it down for me is that this season didn't feel like a normal American Horror Story season. Felt like it was pushed, it was rushed, and the season finale was a bit of a letdown. But of course, everything is connected in the American Horror Story universe, so, hey, we'll see these characters again. And like I said, everything's connected, and Ryan Murphy knows what he's doing with this series because it's that good. For me, American Horror Story Season 5 Hotel gets 3 out of 5 stars. I did like the story, but I didn't like the acting from Lady Gaga, and I didn't like how everything was pushed and rushed after episodes 5 and 6 to close out everything, even though it did have 12 episodes. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this Season 5 of American Horror Story Hotel. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And what did you think of it? Of course, everybody liked it because Lady Gaga was in it, but for me, didn't do it as much justice as it should have. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.